And Congressman Peter Roskam chaired the hearing today. He joins us now. Good evening, sir.
Good to be with you, Greta.
All right. President Obama, the commissioner says he does not know if there's targeting. He said there are 8 investigations going on to determine that. Without getting to the question of why we need 8 investigations to do one thing. The president goes on a comedy show, Daily Central, and says that the targeting did not happen. So what's the story?
Well, the story is the targeting happened. The commissioner knows it. He doesn't want to say it. And President Obama knows it, and he's avoiding it.
Avoided or deceitful or something stronger?
Look, I mean, way back when the story first broke, President Obama went to the podium and was scandalized and said Americans deserve, to make sure that the IRS is acting properly. Now, the president has said, remember this, not a smidgen of evidence of criminal wrongdoing.
Why is he saying this? We've got 8 investigations going on, and the president's now denying it.
Right. It is. It's foolish of him, and it undermines credibility. When it all comes down to it, you look at a plain reading of these emails, and a plain reading of the emails is that Lois Lerner was targeting based on a political philosophy. We know she was doing this, and the IRS was doing it. The IRS admitted it at the very beginning. They admitted that they were slow-walking applications for conservative groups. We found out on the Ways and Means Committee, based on our investigation, that they were that she was manipulating on audits. And now the GAO study today.
First of all, why do we have 8 investigations to investigate the same thing? And if it's obvious, why haven't heads rolled? And the American people are they're suffering from this IRS. Every single day with the IRS, I hear these nightmarish stories. So, why isn't someone doing something except just talking?
Well, we're doing more than talking, and what we're doing is we're highlighting these things, and we're bringing this to the public's attention. Because if you didn't have a Republican Congress, for example, none of these things would be discussed. So we asked the Government Accounting Office, the GAO, to do a study about the audit selection process. So in other words, how does the IRS determine who they're going to audit? And that was the nature of today's hearing.
All right, so what's at the end of this? How are the American people going to get justice at the end of this?
Well, at the end of it, it is a matter of oversight and accountability to continue. So, look, the GAO said the IRS isn't targeting right now, and my argument is they're not targeting because of the bright lights of the whole country and a very aggressive oversight effort coming on behalf of the members of Congress that are all over this
thing.
So
you think the president knows there was targeting?
Oh, listen, the president admitted that there was a problem at the IRS, and now he's trying to argue in the alternative later on. It was a ridiculous thing to be on that show and to make that. It's a false claim. It's not a credible claim to say that there's not a smidgen of evidence and that there's no problem
I think
here.
Donald Trump would use harsher language.
He would probably use harsher language.
We should ask him. Congressman, nice to see you.
Thank you, Greta.